Hey everyone, welcome to Lake Chaparral. This is a beautiful lake community here in South Calgary. It was originally built back in 1995. We're kind of in one of the park areas here. And Natalie, how big is this lake?
This lake is 33 acres and a 21-acre park with 2 waterfalls.
Awesome. So there's actually a few communities here in Chaparral. We're going to show you all of them, so stay tuned. We are back from our tour of Lake Chaparral, and really the neighborhood is called Chaparral. So Natalie, first let's start down below. When we drove down below, and let's start off with Willow, which is the new area down there, and some great views of the kind of the Bow River Valley down there. What did you think of Willow?
Willow is beautiful. We actually considered buying a property down there. It's a newer community and it's grown up exponentially in the last 2 years, I would say. They now have shops and services available that have just opened. As well, you have what they're going to have a new access to down to into Fish Creek, into the Bow River. The other interesting thing is they have a beautiful golf course there called Blue Devil, and it also has a smaller golf course in behind, which is just a little 9-hole called Little Devil, which is quite, or Lil Devil.
Lil Devil. Yeah.
Which is great for families that are just getting into it, or you're not really comfortable with playing a full 18 holes. It's a really nice option down there.
Awesome, yeah. So right next to Blue Devil is Chaparral Valley. And so that's, you know, again, a little newer than up on top in Chaparral. But let's talk a little bit about Chaparral Valley. The big benefit down there are some of the views you get of the Blue Devil Golf Course. You have the ravine, the ridge up top that you get some views of depending on where you are. Great walking paths down there. But now let's go back up top, and I think this is the one sticking point that people really need to understand about Chaparral. So we have the lake, we have that amazing park that we showed you some pictures of, the creek and the waterfalls and all that great stuff, but you do not get access to that lake in all areas of Chaparral. So basically, if you're down below in Wolf Willow, that's a no. If you're in Chaparral Valley, that's a no. Now, when you go up top, it gets a little more confusing. We had to do a lot of research on this. So if you are in Chaparral Ridge, from what we can see, there is no lake access. Even though you're on top, there's no lake access. When you go a little further south to Chaparral Ravine, bing, bing, bing.
Lake access.
Lake access. There's really no rhyme or reason. I'm not sure what happened when they developed the area, but you got to be careful that if you're wanting that lake access, from what we can see, you have to be in a Chaparral Ravine address or in Chaparral. But anytime you're in, west of Chaparral Boulevard, you should be good. But of course, reach out to us if you have questions, because typically it'll say HOA fee.
Yes.
And it will show you what the HOA fee is. If you don't see an HOA fee on the listing, that means you do not get lake access. So let's wrap this up. I think that the things that I love about Chaparral would be the lake.
Absolutely.
Right, and the ravine, I would say the ravine, but the real standout feature there is the lake. So if you're not a lake person, if you're not gonna benefit from the lake, do you need to have lake access then, right? That would be the question I would ask. Does it compare to an Auburn Bay or Mahogany? Mahogany is kind of like the king in the deep southeast, for lake communities, but it was very nice. I thought it was very nice.
I think the one thing I would say, an advantage that anywhere in Chaparral has, so whether you're in Lake Chaparral, Ravine, Ridge, down below in the valley, is the access to Fish Creek. And that's a big one to me. There's tons of walking paths down there. There's lots of access to the river. If you're a fisherman, ideal. It's a great little spot.
Yep.
So that is a bonus that it has compared to Mahogany. They don't have that kind of access. So I would say that gives a big check mark in their column.
And we always love giving alternate communities at the end of these videos. So if you are liking Lake Chaparral, but you don't need lake access, I would definitely consider Cranston, because you have the same down below access to the Bow River Valley, Fish Creek area there. So that would be a great option for you. If you don't mind a little bit older and you want the Fish Creek access, well, then you're going to be needing to look in somewhere like Deer Ridge, Deer Run, Queensland, Mid-Napore. Well, it's got a lake, right?
Oh, it has a lake.
It has a lake, and then Parkland as well. So that wraps it up. That is Chaparral. Hope you got some value out of this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Place a comment down below. Do you live in Chaparral now? Did we kind of nail the whole area for you? If you don't and you have questions about Chaparral, we're going to post a link down below for a buyer consultation. If you're interested in learning more about moving to Calgary, we'd love to chat with you more about that. Make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell so when we're putting out our next video, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.